When people think about high-end PC gaming, they don't tend to think about the games per se, they tend to think about the experience. They think about 4K 60Hz gaming, 1440p 165Hz gaming, hell, soon they'll be thinking about 4K 144Hz gaming. But I don't believe these experiences are too indifferent. No, when I, and a great many others, think PC gaming, there really is no other experience quite like 21x9. I've already covered 21x9 in the past in many different ways. If you want to see my video and if it's worth it, that will be linked below. But for those who have decided to take the plunge and have already bought a 21x9 monitor, you're no longer thinking about the experience, you're thinking about the games. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what are the top 5 games to play at 21x9? This list won't include whole game genres that are enhanced by 21x9 in general, as all of the same points could be made for any game in that given genre. For this reason, I'll be excluding racing games and MOBAs. So starting off right at number 1, in no particular order, we have Battlefield 1. Ultrawide seriously makes an impact when it comes to first person games, and Battlefield 1 is no exception. If you can get a lovely ultra-wide with a nice curve and fast refresh rate, the experience is only amplified, especially when you have a decent audio setup. The gorgeous environments in Battlefield 1 are a treat for the eyes and a danger to the heart rate. Explosions, dirt, gore, debris all encompass your entire field of vision, and at ultra-wide, it's hard to match Battlefield for its epic sense of immersion when you're playing against others. The beautiful visuals, incredible atmosphere and competitive edge make Battlefield 1 a must-play for all those who own an ultra-wide monitor. Number 2, The Witcher 3. Ultra-wide monitors don't just enhance the gameplay of first-person games, you can really see the difference in third-person games too. And I believe there is no better third-person experience than The Witcher 3. From the awe-inspiring, vibrant views of the fantasy world, to the intricate detail on the friends and foes you interact with, The Witcher 3 is a stunning game to try out at 21x9. Slowly riding Roach along a dirt road while watching the sunset truly warms the soul and brings the words, "It can't get better than this," to your mouth. Yet, it only seems to best itself when you engage in combat with a few local bandits and see Geralt hacking through numerous enemies and seeing their limbs fly off into all different directions with streams of blood following suit. I played The Witcher 3 at 4K before getting an ultra-wide monitor, and as soon as I was able to pick one up, I instantly played through it again. The experience you get with a wider aspect ratio really changes up the dynamic of the game, making it far more enjoyable. Hence why this has to be on our list.
Horrible. What the fuck was happening?
Sir, please calm down. Numero 3, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, a game I bet you definitely weren't expecting to see on this list. If you were, have a cookie. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has gained a lot of attraction due to its addictive gameplay. The phrase, "just one more," has cropped up more than a few times when playing into the ungodly hours of the night. Battlegrounds is a third-person game at its heart, although it recently got a first-person only server update, where everyone who joins that server is forced to play first-person. No matter what mode you play, ultra-wide makes the whole experience a lot easier on you. When you're running through a field or moving around buildings, there's always a chance someone is going to be lurking or watching you from a distance. An ultra-wide monitor gives you a very nice advantage here, as you can see much more of what's going on around you. It makes the game a lot more invigorating and helps you win those chicken dinners we all know and love.
I love you, bro, man.
Love you too, mate. Love you too. Enjoy your evening, mate.
We'll win it for you, bro.
Oh, cheers, mate. Take my fucking ashes, mate.
I'll take your ashes with me.
Take my fucking sperm too, mate. Fucking repopulate the race, mate.
I love you, bro. See you later.
Fucking love you too. Best game to play at 21x9, number 4 goes to Skyrim Special Edition. I know, likely another game you weren't expecting on this list. Natively, the game's launcher doesn't even support 21x9 resolution options, but if you set the resolution to 3440x1440 in the INI files, and then launch the game, you are good to go. The HUD mostly scales, but it is slightly cropped at the bottom of the inventory, so you can't see how much gold you have. If you don't like this, then you can always download the HUD fix for 21x9 monitors on the Skyrim Nexus, which results in a perfect representation of a 21x9 game. And let me tell you, fighting dragons, walking through incredibly dense environments, decapitating bandits, and building yourself a nice home to settle down with your wife is all made a lot better with 21x9. If you look on the Skyrim Nexus, it's all about immersion. Mods add to the immersion, mods take away from the immersion, you get the point. Well, give your game a quick makeover with new textures, an EMB and an overhaul here and there, and you have one of the most immersive fantasy experiences to be found on PC, even when considering the game's age. I find myself always wanting to try out Skyrim again, and after recently purchasing the new Samsung CF791 Quantum Dot ultrawide, I've now been investing many of my hours into exploring the vast worlds of Skyrim, as well as its cut content, and without a doubt, the best way to go about waging war and bringing Alduin's reign to an end is with an ultrawide display. Finally, number 5, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. This is a game I've been following since news first came out about it. Every now and then I'd revisit the project to see where they were at, but the release quite surprised me because it seemed to come out very quickly. The reviews are stellar, the graphics even more so, and the impression that this game provides is seriously impressive, to say the least. Headphones on, lights dimmed, and optimistic mind at the ready, setting off into Senua's world is a dark and epic journey. The developers have done a fantastic job to natively support 21x9 really well, and with a lack of a HUD and near photorealistic visuals, this may very well be the most immersive game I have ever played on my ultrawide display. It's optimized very well, so even if you have a lower end GPU, this game is quite the trip. Literally. Walking around while constantly hearing voices is really eerie. It gets even more so when the voices suddenly stop and there's this moment of panicky silence where you don't know exactly what's happening. It is a rather slow paced game, but the combat is very satisfying, the story seems great, and despite its more cinematic approach to gameplay, you can easily submerge yourself in a Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice for a number of hours on your ultrawide display. Before I close out this video, I just want to give some honourable mentions in that cheeky Watch Mojo style. Rise of the Tomb Raider is an obvious high contender for 21x9. Its rich environments make it stunning at that aspect ratio, and the only reason it wasn't included was because I felt like it was a very obvious answer, and one that has been supplied by almost every ultrawide reviewer on this website. But nevertheless, I do urge you all to go and try it out if you haven't already. But anyway guys, what are your favourite games to play at 21x9? Are there any on this list that you'd replace? Do tell me about it in the comments down below and we can have a nice old chat about it. There'll be tea and everything. If you did enjoy this video, then don't forget to show your appreciation by tapping that like button. I love your face and I will see you guys in the next one. Ta-ra.